Uh-huh.
Yeah,
If I
because
knew, if I knew ahead of time, so I could join you. Let's see. So how have you been?
I've been okay. I've been chilling. I'm just trying to catch up on doing some videos for this channel.
Uh-huh. I see you have been enjoying a certain game.
Oh yeah, Stellar Blade. That is so fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know what the controversy really is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, people like to start shit for no damn reason.
I
So,
was about to say the same thing because look, the girl's well proportioned, but it's not in your face. It's not the main topic of the game. It's no. So I don't really see.
I mean, it's the type of genre for it. I mean, it's like don't hate on other genres where they try to keep it more accurate to how it's supposed to be. Meaning, you're not going to have pretty characters in an apocalypse versus a sci-fi like this, even though it's a sci-fi, genre, but it's very much like these characters are not even
They,
human. They're not
they,
human.
I was about to say the same thing. They can get away with that shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's the thing that it doesn't make sense
People like to
because
complain for nothing these days.
I
You're
think
not
it's
wrong.
I think it's because some individuals want to make money off of a cultural war, which is not really a cultural war. It's really a certain political group that just wants to start bullshit. And really, there's just nothing wrong with it. I'm like, I don't see an issue.
That's kind of why I see a lot. I think at this point, racism is manufactured.
It's not manufactured, it's a thing. It's just they want to ignore it. They want to come up with an excuse saying it's woke. But if you look up the definition of woke and
No,
everything,
I think
it just
I mean
means
like
being aware of it. But
racism will always exist, but I think the media perpetuates it in a way that it's always alive when it could be a lot less. That's what I'm trying to say.
well, I don't know. My country is very prevalent. It's just that people don't want to take accountability and they ignore it.
It's crazy what human beings will ignore.
I mean, that's what happens. I'm like, it's a very controversial topic here because there's so much diversity. So I'm like, okay. So they want to claim everything as, oh, you being woke. I'm like, that actually has nothing to do with gaming, to be honest. It has nothing to do with how a character is designed. It has nothing to do with a lot of things that people want to say it is. I'm like, go read the definition online and then come talk to me. I mean, one of the tactics to deal with people who claim these things, we like to ask, well, can you please explain to me what is your definition of woke? And if they can't answer it or they're coming up with some real stuff, they don't understand what that is whatsoever. It means they're just,
You see a lot of that these days.
it's like, but they're following a trend in a cycle, not
They don't
realizing
understand
what
it.
they don't understand it whatsoever. But it's just like, okay, this is being perpetuated by nationalists here. I'm not going to say, well, we all know it. What kind, but it's just like, it's sad in a way. It's so sad. But I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Stellar Blade. It's the type of genre it is. I mean,
Personally,
sci-fi, and you have synthetic beings that are not even human. Like, Eve is synthetic. Obviously, I played to a point where she got stabbed in the back. I'm like, if it was a human being, she would be dead. But obviously, she's alive.
that is true. The fact that she can breathe underwater in the demo should tell you she's not human.
No, she's not. She's a synthetic being. She doesn't even understand the concepts of humanity. That's why it's this whole question thing of, like, what is human? Let me see, where am I going?
Oh my goodness.
So,
Ow. Ow.
a lot of
Ow.
people are
No.
giving that new Fable some shit, and I'm like, you do realize that's satire, right?
I don't know. The Fable character does look ugly.
Yeah, but
Don't
it's
deny that.
satire. Everything in there is ugly, and it's like, just like, it's really. It was like when they created it, it was like I didn't play it, but I watched some of the gameplay, and I'm like, this is satire. 100 through and through. This is satire.
Oh my goodness.
People don't understand art, and you know how hard it was to get gaming as a part of like gaming design as a fine art. It wasn't even considered a fine art, and for it to be
That is true, but
for it to
the
be
times are
considered
changing.
for it to be considered as art is a big thing. It means it's being taken seriously.
Well, it takes a lot of creativity to make certain games, do certain things in games. You don't just get
Yeah.
the idea out of nowhere.
So I'm like, games can be abstract just like looking at a painting.
They can tell amazing stories just like books.
Yeah, they really can. When they're done right, they can. That's for sure.
Emphasis on the done right parts.
Done right, yeah. But I'm like, I think people got a little bit lazy on story lately. But it's not a big deal if they compensate it with some good gameplay.
Yeah, that's where Blade really shines. The gameplay is just amazing to me.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
knew
good.
from the demo I was gonna like it. Oh my goodness. I was gonna like it. And when I told Wes it has options, you can go path of dodging or you can go path of deflection. The fact that it has a path of dodge, I knew you were gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of that game where you just can sit down and chill. There's different options to be able to win the game and everything. I haven't win the game but I've been like really just annihilating the field and going little by little with stuff.
But the story is meh.
The story is very meh.
It's almost a one-to-one copy of Near Automata. So for people who know that story, it's a disappointment. For people who don't, they kind of like it.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh my, we died. Goodness damn it. Okay, so what were your... I don't remember exactly watching the video. What were your first impressions of Stellar Blade?
I was confused by it at first, especially with the demo.
Uh-huh. What was
But
the most confusing part?
just the gaming mechanics. Because I coming from everything else, like Sekiro, Bloodborne, all that, it's just figuring out the controls of that thing was a little bit difficult because the heavy attack is triangle and the light attack is square, which is totally different from other gaming I have done where you're using the trigger. So, yeah, it's so... Even though it has assisted thing, where you are able to, it tells you what to click and shit to dodge, party at
Uh-huh.
the right moment, especially with a when a boss does a multiple attack. I get tripped up. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not used to this. This is like what you do in regular games.
You need to build up your
Regular games.
I think you need to practice your reaction speed.
Yeah, that 150% I do.
I did watch the one where you were fighting the Gigas,
Oh yeah, I
and
got
I
tripped
was
up.
like, big time. I got tripped up a lot.
I did. I'm not used to it. I'm so used to Souls-like and other stuff that it's ridiculous.
It's kind of, it is difficult to unlearn. It is difficult to unlearn, but I don't know if it's a muscle memory or you're just your brain. I can't tell which is which. So what game? Besides by the way, did you see the new gameplay trailer for Elden Ring?
Yeah, I did. It
I
was
am.
it was pretty good from what I looked at. Like I saw some of the bosses that are going to be available. So, yeah.
I actually can't wait. I believe. Like I saw that. I'm greeting from India.
Yeah, it's releasing Thursday, I think, right?
Yep.
Hey, you're cutting in and out on your mic. What's up?
Headphones.
Now you're completely cut off. I'm sure it's not me. Gold. You're like a very low. Very low.
Better.
Yes.
There we go. So I gotta wait for them to. Holy shit! I did not expect that to kill me. I have to wait for them to pay me, but then I got some supplies to get. I gotta pay to make my pants, and then pay my bills. So
Yeah.
chances I'll be getting Shadow of the Erdtree late.
I'll probably get it on Thursday. It's not like From Software offers any frickin' deals for anyone. Ever. For real.
Not for a long ass time.
So, I'm pretty
Not for
much
a
like,
long ass time.
I'll just buy it the day of the release. Cause I really don't have, I don't know how much room I have in storage. I have so many games. That's why I started recording Home Sweet Home.
And you've been really enjoying that one.
I forgot how to do everything in Elden Ring.
Nah, it hasn't been that long.
Oh fuck, I like attacked an NPC that I didn't want to attack.
Oh, I have a gift for you.
There are ways to
Only
get
for the wise.
Oh my god. Okay.
A means for circumventing the draw of the two fingers.
Let's see. I haven't even
Give it
started
a try,
streaming
won't
yet.
you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you. My
I have to
lady.
go hunting for other players.
Oh my goodness, we should. If I knew you were gonna play, I really would have installed it.
I gotta go and consume a finger.
I gotta hope they're half as good as me.
I don't care. I just have to fight like, where are my fingers? I forgot. Where are the fingers? Holy shit, like, I'm just so confused by my inventory and how to do
I think they
things.
should be near the bottom of your inventory.
Near the bottom of my inventory?
Yes, or you can always find them in the multiplayer section.
How in the world did I only end up with one fur calling finger remedy? That makes no damn sense.
Wait, is that your New Game Plus save or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bloody strange.
I'm in the crafting. I'm not in inventory. Fuck. I was like, what am I doing? See, this is how confused I am.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's confusing.
I forgot. How do we do shit in this game? We're having a
Well, you
conversation.
gotta do the fur calling finger remedy first, and then I think you use a tarnished wizened finger or something like that to put down a summon sign, but I forgot. If you use the fur calling finger remedy, you just gotta look for somebody else's summon sign.
Okay, let me do it. So I can. So. Is it the festering finger?
No, that's what you do. If you use the fur calling finger remedy, you just gotta look for somebody else's summon sign.
I'm trying to do the one for Vale. Here, what's. I think it's this one. The festering blooding finger.
Also reach. Yeah, I think that's the one he gives you. There's one you get from Mohg here. And there's the one he gives you.
Let's see if I get summoned somewhere. I got my bitch shield. I got the shield for pussies on, so.
I did not expect you to say that.
I got the shield for pussies, man. Look at that. I got called into another world. I gotta go look for this bitch.
Oh right, so you have so if it's Varia, you have to do some invasions.
Yeah, so Phantom Bloody Finger.
Ah, good old invasions. I remember my invasion days.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Who is this dude? Do? Do?
So wait a minute. Okay, so I know.
Where is this field of ice here? This is weird. Oh, he's over
I
here.
noted that we were supposed to talk about
Hunter
weird
March
divergence.
summoned. What's going on over here? Oh. Now I see where this bitch is. Oh my god. I hate doing evasions, but this is just a part of the whole blood quest here.
Just enjoy the process
I guess so.
and try to fuck the other player up as much as possible.
Yeah? Yeah?
I mean, back in Dark Souls 3, I would
Yeah?
run around. I would run around with a crossbow,
Yeah?
a spell to emit toxic poison that
Yeah?
would just fuck people over.
Yeah?
It was just so much fun.
Yeah? Yeah?
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, teammate. That was an
Huh?
accident. I'm just doing the hell damage as usual. Gotta put a bomb in the planet. And
They're funny as hell. Yeah.
Who's funny? What's the joke?
I'm like, there's a whole team of people here.
Oh, of other players?
Yeah.
Oh wait, playing together.
Hmm?
So you're the only invader, no backup?
Nope. Yum yum.
Oh my goodness, that sounds absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I really hate how the invasion mechanic works in Elden. Honestly. It sucks. Because back in the previous games,
Come on.
you would use something that would benefit you, but it cost you if you would open the invasions. So like, with Dark Souls 3, you could use this item, like a rune armor, it's called Ember. It would boost your XP, it would boost your HP, and some of your stats. But anytime you boosted, you would be open to an invasion, even if you didn't have enough. I wish Great Ruin.
Okay. I got killed. I was like,
Well, it's a good thing you don't have to succeed.
I didn't really want to like fight. I was like, come on, you guys are just looking at me like fools, man. I'm like. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Fucking bugs.
Okay, another festering finger, right?
Yeah, I think you have to do it about 5 times.
Yeah, I figured. So I can do the mission.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to teleport straight to Mohg Palace.
Okay, that's that way. Okay.
Wait, you've already taken over Dawn, right?
No.
Hmm?
No.
No, he's a requirement.
Well, eventually I'll do him, but I gotta do the fur finger thingy.
Question, are you going alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I did not receive a notification.
It's probably slow as hell.
Like, YouTube is bullshitting right now. YouTube is bullshitting.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. You died, returning to your world. Yeah, I'm public, so let me see.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm. Okay, another fur finger remedy. 5 times, right?
Yeah, about 5 times. How many? He gives you a certain amount.
Well, I have stuff from because this is New Game Plus.
No, I believe it's a total of 5 times.
So I died twice.
So you've invaded twice, right?
Yep, I did.
So
Okay.
a few more times to go, and then you can go back and talk to him.
There too? Hmm? Oh god.
I've been liking the job.
Yeah. That's a room. I keep ending up in a co-op group.
No, that's the... No, you'll always end up in a pool.
Yeah, it's funny. It's hell.
This is why I really hate how that part of the game.
Yeah, I figured. A lot of people don't like this aspect of the game.
Like, the way they should have done, in my opinion, if you... The way they should have done Elden Invasion mechanic, right? If you use a rune arc to activate your Great Rune, you should be open to invasion.
Hmm.
Because a similar mechanic, that is how it's been done in the previous games. So I don't see why they couldn't do it again.
Alright, baby boo-boo. Where are you? What are you? Oh, that's madness! Holy shit!
Let's... I know we're supposed to talk about neurodivergence. Except our third member isn't here tonight.
Oh my god, these guys have madness build up? Oh my god.
Oh goodness! Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how long you're gonna survive for.
I don't know, but I'm kind of determined at this point.
Really? I did not expect you to say that. I thought you
Okay. Oh my god, I died from madness and... Oh my god, it looks like a dung eater and a crap shit.
What in the heavens? Really?
It's fucking crap shits. I don't, you know, we were supposed to discuss about neurodivergency because you, me, and who else are neurodivergent. I don't know, it's up to you if you want to discuss those experiences.
Yeah, why not?
So, I know for a fact I'm ADHD because I was diagnosed as a teen. But I also think because things kind of updated in time that I'm also on the autistic spectrum. There's just too many correlations with it, and I took too many tests and did too much research to kind of like put two and two together. Like I was mentioning to you guys last week, back then, before they changed...
Did you like go for a consult or a professional test?
No, because I just recently came across that like last year when I started like looking more into it. It's like, why am I having just so much trouble and issues? Like, this is just more than ADHD. Of course, there's other things going on with me, but I'm like, there's just some things that just don't go together here. It doesn't make sense because I'm split a lot. Even though I have that mind where it's just like I'm hyperactive and I'm like sporadic in my thoughts and all these other things, but also I'm so organized and I have to thrive on routine, and there's just so many other different aspects that point to the spectrum. You know, like who else was talking about the fact that, you know, he likes, his thing is car engines and taking apart an engine and putting it back together.
Aww.
Oh, who else is here? I'm here not in voice but in chat. He's just such a good supporter, isn't he?
He's here in spirit.
Yeah, he's here in spirit. There's just too much with me. Like, back in the day, they would have diagnosed me with Asperger's. with the amount of traits I have. And I know who I got it from and everything because, you know, all of this stuff is genetic. It's 90% genetic. So I see it both in my parents, but primarily I see what would have been Asperger's in my mom. Like a lot. Like my mom is severely OCD, but she's, you
Okay,
know,
I'm gonna have to kill this stream because my screen's stuck.
so how my mom displayed that trait is what you would have called a prodigy, but it's in music.
Uh-huh.
So my mom has been playing the piano and the accordion since she was 4.
And she really excels at it.
Yes, she's very talented. It doesn't matter how long she's away from the instrument. The moment she picks it up, it'll just come back to her like that. With me, it's the same way, but I'm in a broader artistic way of expressing myself. Except mine wasn't towards the piano, it was more towards the guitar.
Okay.
So she got to learn the piano when she wanted to because at 4, and, you know, she excelled at it. But, you know, because back in the day, she's a boomer, by the way. It's like women, no, you don't go to Juilliard or any of those things, really. So my mom, even though she's gifted musically, she just ended up becoming, you know, the career that she has in right now, but she's still very gifted at music.
So why didn't she ever pursue a career in music?
Because that's not what she went to school for, what she had to go to school for. It wasn't accepted for her to go to school and even get a college degree or even have a career. These are the things that, you know, women had to face, not pursuing what they really wanted and not being supported in the things they wanted.
Okay.
So my mom, you know, ended up pursuing just becoming like a doctor, you know, like a counselor.
Now, me growing up in more modern times, the fact that her not getting supported to do things she had interest in sounds so bizarre to me. I mean, I know it's a real thing, but it does completely sound bizarre. If you get what I mean.
Hold up, I'm in the midst of a battle. Hold that thought for a second. I'm really taking the PvP thing seriously.
Am I gonna feel proud of you now?
No, I died. I almost had him, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who else is like, sounds like me with the Guitar Hero? The classic American, this is what you should do as a gender, whatever. I forgot. So.
You threw a glowstone at you. Okay, he respects you. He respects your fight.
So, my mom at least wanted me to pursue the arts. So that's the upside of being someone who was oppressed from not pursuing what she's actually talented at.
Yeah, she wanted you to have the things she didn't get a chance to have.
So, the problem is, I wanted to play the guitar, but she was like, it was an ultimatum. I had to learn to play the piano first before she would even allow me to learn the guitar. So, really, until this day, she still says you needed to learn the piano before all of this. Every musician has to learn the piano. And I'm like, you denied me what I wanted. At least your parents, the moment you wanted to play the piano at 4 years old, they had to go look for an instructor that was willing to teach a 4-year-old. You gave me a freaking ultimatum to play the piano first, learn the piano first. I hated the piano, by the way. Now, because I'm older and I do know now how to play the guitar, and I've been playing the guitar since I was 15, I can appreciate the piano. The real piano, the one that's actually string and not the electric type. and everything, because it's a big difference in sound. So, but because I was like 6 years old and I wanted to play the guitar, my mom's ultimatum, you have to learn the piano first. So I did do the whole piano lesson thing, but I was so freaking bored with it, and I hated learning the notes for the piano, and all I ever wanted to do was play in minor. Every song they gave me, I'm like, just to liven it up a lot, I would play with the foot pedals to extend the notes because I was so bored. And no matter what, it's just like, by that time, a year went by, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I didn't even ask my mom anymore to like give me guitar lessons anymore. So the time I would hit 7, 8 years old, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not even going to ask anymore. So I didn't bother playing the piano anymore.
No more.
I didn't bother even doing, like, asking. So, but later, when I turned into my teens, when I turned 15, and we were like, my mom needed to prep for a party because, you know, in Puerto Rico we do during the holidays barandas. So she wanted to have a guitarist assist with her while she plays the accordion, because my mom is very good at playing the accordion. She has several accordions, by the way, and she just
sounds like she really could have pursued a career in music.
Yeah, I think to this day she probably could if she wanted to, but back to the story. So, when I was 15 and she needed a guitarist to assist with her, she thought it would be nice. She sat me down, finally, at the age of 15, and she taught me how to play the guitar. But she taught me to play within 1 hour. So within 1 hour, I learned how to strum. I learned the different chords that she wanted me to play to follow with her on the accordion, by the way, which is I'm very serious. And she came up with a system at the time, because I didn't understand the chords, like what is D, G, A, or, you know, or C. I didn't know what that was. So she numbered them. She's like, okay, you're going to move to 1, 3, 2, and 4 and everything. And I need you to listen closely. And actually, before you hear this change, you have to hold a mill of a second and then change. So she came up with the method of when I needed to change, she would do a nod as she played the accordion. So within an hour, I learned how to play a guitar and follow along with an accordion. And we went to a party. And I played with her. And I was in a nerve wrack. I was like, holy shit. So that's my experience. And ever since that day, I've played the guitar. Until this day, we fight over chords. We fight over who can play this chord better. Like, there's a modified way of playing certain chords, because sometimes the finger alignment, you know, you can't handle it, especially if you have short fingers, like you have small fingers. It's very difficult to get your fingers across the bridge. So with her, she came up with modified stuff, but because I was able to do the more formal way of playing the chords, half the time I would fight with her. You know what? I'm gonna fucking do the formal chords. You do the modified versions. When we used to play guitar together, and we still do, but we only play like twice a year. So can you imagine me and her? Only 2 to 3 times out of the year, we are able to pick up the freaking guitar and play. And literally play songs decently. Not as good as when we were playing like almost like 5 months out of the year and everything. but we still play decent 2 to 3 times out of the year during the holidays, just for good measure. And this woman, I'm like, if she ever got her piano tuned, she could play that shit. Like it's nothing. She could play Beethoven, Mozart, whatever.
That is. Why in the heavens didn't she at least try to pursue a career in music?
Because it
We're
wasn't
now in
it
different
wasn't
times.
supported. I'm like,
We're now no. We're now in different times.
Of course, now she supports whatever endeavor I do, but with her, it wasn't that way.
But she can still. Okay, how old is your mom?
My mom is 65.
Yeah, she can still do something.
I mean, she can if she wants to, but she's a doctor now.
I hate to see the talent go to waste.
I mean, it's not. We play. She wants to play more now.
I mean, it sounds like whatever, right? Y'all have this wonderful ability, talent, gift for music, but it's underused.
That's what happens. It's just, how are you supposed to? Anyway, that's the question. I mean, she can teach in a music school if she wanted to, like a legit one.
I guess that'd be one way to make up for it.
But I'm like, you have to have time in your life to do all of this. But if you're a person that is in a career that's totally stark different from it, it can be challenging. I mean, it's nice that people that are in creative fields are able to continue pursuing different avenues of their creative field. Like, they move from acting to playing music and singing and all that stuff. That's a blessing.
Many famous people, if you look it up, they were something else before they became famous for what they are now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a good example was a certain famous tennis player. He was in a completely different sport. I can't remember the details, but I remember watching the video. It was very interesting to watch. I don't know. It's never really to switch. It reminds me of a story of a guy who, at the point he had kids, they were grown, everything he had, he went back to and got his degree in college at 9-something. Which sounded strange to me at the time, but as I got older and think about it, props to him. So growing up with ADHD, what was that like for you?
It's just a sporadic brain, but like I said before, because I think I'm mixed with autism, that...
Which you haven't confirmed with a doctor's diagnosis?
No, but definitely this is more of like a self-diagnosis. Like, I do have that moment, because I am very OCD about certain things in my life. I have to have things in a certain order. Actually, I even have this thing where I have to change up my space. And I did it ever since I was very young. I had to switch rooms constantly. So I would move from one room to the other, I would be in a room for a year. And then I would be like, no, I need to leave this room, and I would end up moving into the other room because I couldn't handle being in the same room for that long. There's just a bunch of different things. It's just very difficult to discuss it, not just the fact that there's the musical aspect of me, the artistic stuff with me, but it's also the whole special interest thing and the fact that I have these supernova modes where I can be locked in my interest for like several hours and not even do anything. Not to mention, I have severe sensitivities to things.
Such as,
Like, okay, one of my biggest issues is smells. I can't handle heavy smells, especially certain smells like perfume. It annoys the heck out of me. Another is certain noises and sounds and stuff. I can't handle ticking. No. Any ticking, I have a giant watch in my room and it has no battery in it because I can't stand the ticking. And another thing is, you know how like you go to events and they have like speakers and like the microphone and all that stuff? Yes. I can't handle the noise of the subwoofers. Like, I can't stand it. It makes me cringe. You know, like, you know, someone scraping their nails across a chalkboard? That's what subwoofers feel like for me when they go off, especially with a microphone. I'm like, no, I can't. I get to the point where I'm so bothered by it.
For you, the pitch is just really high.
It doesn't matter how high it is, it's just annoying. So it's very difficult for me to go to events when they have those speakers and then their subwoofers are completely insane because all I can hear is that and not even listen to the music, and it will overwhelm me to the point where I would just be like, I would zone out and I'll be gone. Not to mention, I would have, for like the smallest things, it could be like something not working in the house. Like, for instance, the biggest one that happened a while ago was the washer wouldn't stop washing. Like, it wouldn't stop pouring water and everything. And I was like freaking out over that. And I had like a meltdown with the washer.
Oh my goodness.
Well, so when something is not working and I can't figure it out, I have a full-blown meltdown. Like, I would freak out. Like, that's the issue with my pets when I had my dogs and stuff. Anything that was going on with them, like if my dogs were in pain, I would have a full-blown meltdown. Like, I could not control myself whatsoever. Thankfully, those times I had my parents with me, and of course I had my girlfriends at the time, so they handled most of the heavy emotional shit, but I was the one having the meltdown. I was like, I can't handle this. I can't find this person. I'm gonna have to just get myself out.
A slight, all bit to a great deal lesser than you. Kind of reminds me of my brother.
There's a bunch of other things too, but it's just like, alright, whatever, at this point. But those are like some of the stuff.
Between me and my brother, if you were, how should I put it? I'm the type of person where if I were to fall and break my leg, and I mean this seriously, depending on how I fall and break my leg, I could laugh at myself. I mean, to me, fun is fun.
You're enjoying my gift.
For my brother now,
I knew it from the
anything bad that happens,
you have a taste
he takes it a lot harder than most.
I wish to anoint you a proper inductee. A night
There's just so many different things that happen on the spectrum. It's ridiculous. It's like, how can you ignore it?
Mohg has strength, vision, and of course. So, what
Human
do you
beings are
say,
good at ignoring
my
things they shouldn't
lad?
ignore. That's just something to note.
Yes. Who would have it
Like
any other way?
we're
Now,
talented for doing that
take
shit.
this for your final trial. Soak the
All
cloth
the things people
normally
should
the
never
blood,
ignore.
since you are maiden.
And human beings it's a human thing because you just don't want to deal with your issues. I mean, I say you should, but it's a lot easier said than done.
Dude, I can't deal with any of my issues. Like, well, I can, what do you call it? I can probably just, I don't know, I can try to ignore how much in pain I am from certain things because it is painful. It does feel like you're going through torture for some things. But, you know, but there's a repercussion for pushing to that limit and everything, and I'll do it if I need to, because, you know, sometimes you just have to do things, especially with how, I don't know, society is. They just like, you know, I'll just grind through it, push through it, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna do it. I mean, this whole
That's
thing,
something you are gonna have to do for certain things.
for certain things, yeah, but there's a price to pay for it, though. I'm like, I told my mom, you know, I have like a speech impediment. I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I used to not have a speech impediment whatsoever. Now I do. And that's because it's like, when you... She says it's from grief, and I'm like, alright, cool. That means I'm in a constant state of grief. So if it's coming at a price like that, where I'm constantly putting myself through a lot of stuff, where I'm literally damaging my brain to the point where I'm developing a speech impediment, that's not good. Just for the sake of...
That could never be good.
Just for the sake of society, that's not good.
Well, how is it related to society?
Because they want you to work a certain way. They don't really want you to... They don't want to cater to issues like that. Like, if you have an issue with this, so it's like, alright, push it. You're expected to do this.
Okay, that's understandable.
So, when you do it, and everything, you force yourself in situations that really overwhelm you. Like, what it does is overwhelms your nervous system. So what happens over time when you are constantly overloading your nervous system? I mean, you're...
break down eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened with me, except it's affecting me neurologically.
Now, the way I look at it, there was a book written by a guy, Nazim Nicholas Taleb, and the book is Anti-Fragile. And I love the concept of the book. And I have tried to put it into practice a lot of times. Easier said than done, but yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. So the concept of anti-fragile is, well, have you familiar with the term already?
No.
It means that things that gain from disorder. So kind of like, its point is that you should try and live your life in a way that is anti-fragile, like your muscles. You know, the more pressure, the more stress you put your muscles under, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can permanently do damage and fuck yourself over. But at the same time, it's the pressure and the stress that makes it stronger. And without the pressure, it would be weak. So what was like...
I know, but we're not neurotypical people. For them, for neurotypical people,
I don't think I do not.
I think it benefits a neurotypical person because it does not overload their nervous system as badly as it does for someone who's overly sensitive. But I understand where it's coming from because with discomfort comes resilience. You develop resilience that way. That's how you're able to withstand more.
No, fuck resilience. Anti-fragile is... Resilience and anti-fragile are not the same. I see many people make that distinction, but they are not the same. You have three lines, right? You have robust, resilience, and anti-fragile. The robust line can take 2 pounds of pressure, but if you give it 3 pounds, it's gonna bend. The resilient line can take 2 pounds of pressure. If you give it 3, it's gonna bend. But when you take out the 3 pounds, it's gonna come back to how it was. But it will always break if you give it 5 pounds. Anti-fragile will take the 2 pounds. As long as it doesn't get 5 pounds, it will bend, it'll come back to how it was. But the next time, you have to put 4 pounds. It will not take the same pressure and bend like that. Now, yes, everybody's different, and as a neurodivergent person, you aren't gonna react the same as a normal person. But I do not in any way believe or want to accept that being anti-fragile is mainly unique to normal people. You can, because as a human being, you have the capacity to grow, you have the capacity to change, and yeah, you're gonna have to come at a crossroads eventually. What pressures you, you have to find a way around it, you have to find a way to deal with it, or it will destroy you, and that's a fact for everybody. Some people take it better than others. Like in my case, I would say that one of my biggest issues growing up, I couldn't stop talking. I couldn't stop talking. I used to piss off everybody with my talking.
That comes with ADHD, that's for sure.
Yes, how should I put it? I did a lot of useless talking, which not only pissed off a lot of people, annoyed them, because it wasn't necessary, but it also put me in situations that I could have probably not put myself into. Now, by default, do I still like to talk? Absolutely. If I'm enjoying the person's company, we get along. Would I be in an endless talking session? 100%. But I eventually, probably, no, definitely later than others, I learned a valuable lesson. That eventually just stuck to me. It was a quote I heard from watching a video. A wise man speaks because he has something to say. A dumbass speaks because he has to say something. So for most people, they would just, get themselves into a bit of trouble. They would learn not to talk fine. Me, I just repeat that quote in my head. It reminds me not to talk unless it's necessary or unless I know the person that I'm gonna enjoy the talk. And then for me now, when I started being more quiet, I started realizing I started noticing different behaviors in people that I wouldn't notice when I keep talking. Then people started saying things, or certain habits of them would slip because I wasn't saying anything. They were pretty comfortable, you know? I started noticing things that I just wouldn't notice. But the point I'm trying to make is that I believe it's important if you have an issue, you'll have to try and find a way to have the strength to overcome it. If you can't overcome it, you have to find a way to live with it. But the worst thing is to just admit that you have an issue, there's nothing you can do about it, oh, woe is me. That would just lead to a consistent state of misery. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean by that. I mean, let's be real. When you don't know that you're neurodiverse and everything, you automatically start to blame yourself for a lot of different things that is not necessarily your fault. It's just how you're built. This is how you're wired and
A lot of
everything.
people do know, and they still end up blaming themselves.
Well, that's because, you know, it's a grieving process. For me, I went through a year of grieving process when I started to realize, fuck, like half of the shit of who I am. You know, like last time I told you and who else that I don't get nervous on dates, and there's a reason why I don't. That's because of how my mind is. I don't. I was like, once I get past a certain threshold with people and socializing, actually, I didn't even tell the full story of this. The issue with me in that, because I don't get nervous, I sometimes get a bit too comfortable with the person that I'm on a date with. And that's the one thing I learned from mistakes and everything. It's like, oh, not to do that. Otherwise, I'm like, you're gonna freak the person out who's with you and everything like that. But
Yeah,
so
because you're different, and it's not like the person that time to fully get accustomed to all of you.
so that's my issue. And I learned, like, yo, can't do this. Not everyone thinks like that. See, this is the thing. I thought was like, okay, because it's me, I thought, you know, people do this, but in reality, no. They're not this comfortable with each other and everything. So I had to reteach myself, like, yo, I gotta hold back a bit until they give you kind of like the permission that you can be this way with them. So that's why I'm very keen on permission here and consent.
That's the thing about people with ADHD, though. I'll say, we do lack a lot of discretion. Like, let's be real here. It's very easy to say something that we absolutely should not say. And then we're like, well, what's wrong with saying that? Most people would be like, you just can't say that. Like, really?
Why not? Why
not? Just get it out
not?
of the way, then.
I'm like, why not? Why can't I say it? Because it's not socially appropriate. I'm like, alright, fuck, fine. Alright. I'm like, you know, I've learned to tone back. I'm not gonna lie. I learned from my last relationship, I gotta tone back. It's a thankful thing that they were kind of like understanding, and they were like, all right, cool. But yo, because you know, they were from a culture that was already kind of like, you know, close anyway. So it wasn't too bad. The only issue is, like, within the week of us dating, I accidentally, because that's the thing, I get the Freudian slip here and there. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. A Freudian slip. It's when you accidentally say something that's on your mind verbally. Like, it's just crossing through your mind and you accidentally say it.
Nah. I've never had to deal with that issue, though.
I've done it. So many damn times I have done it. And everything. It's just like, I can't compare it to Tourette's because it's not. But it's kind of like that. You just like, but it slips from your mind. Like, it slips from your mind to your mouth and you accidentally say it. That's why they call it. So it's sometimes like... So for
the only time that something, I won't lie, something that has happened to me, but the only time that happened to me is when I smoked marijuana or ate some edibles and I was high.
See, at least you can say that. For me, it's like, no. If I'm not high and I'm accidentally saying things on my mind. Like, I accidentally introduced the girl I was dating to my best friend as my girlfriend. And she was looking at me and she played along and she was like, and after the whole situation, like a few days later, she was like asking me, so are you gonna officially ask me? Like, do the formal thing of me being your girlfriend? Are you gonna ask? And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh my goodness! You just skipped the whole initial phase.
I'm like, and I was like, you know, I paused even. I was like, oh fuck, I can't believe I introduced this person as my girlfriend. But at least she was like nice about it. It's just like a couple of days later. So, are you gonna ask me formally? And I was like, all right, all right, all right. I'll ask you formally. I'm like, do you want to be my girlfriend?
That is so funny.
I'm like,
Oh my god, I found that funny.
it's so bad. I'm like, that's why I have to learn to control myself. I need to not be saying shit.
Oh boy.
That's my
Being
problem.
self-aware is, I would say, being self-aware. Because like let's be real here, you will never truly care about certain things as an ADHD person, like normal people do care about. You just won't. But being self-aware enough to not do it, not say it,
Uh-huh.
that takes some good bit of time and experience. Well, for me, it certainly did.
I'm having so much issues to get at a certain point in this game in Elden Ring, I forgot.
You already met Vare, right?
I did, and I have to go and get some blood from a dead lady.
Oh, right, you have to go get the boat from, oh, what's her name again? The maiden.
A maiden, yeah. There's
Yeah, I
two
think it was
maidens.
Vike's
There's
maiden.
one in the so-called bougie place. And then
You attach bougie to so many things, I can't tell which place you're actually referring to.
I don't know either. This is what happens with me on the daily. You know, oh my god, I'm getting nicked all over the damn place.
I know my PS Plus is gonna expire.
When?
Same day Elden comes out. So I definitely won't be playing online anytime soon, but I do plan to, what's what I'm looking for? I do plan to try making more episodes in my free time and upload of series.
Ah.
Because Helldivers does need PS Plus to play online.
Yeah, for a lot of these
Unfortunately.
games you do.
I know something that used to be free a few years ago actually. I shouldn't say 7. But that was back when my buddies had a PS3. Something used to be 3 years ago and I have to consistently pay for. Although when I do have the money, I'll just renew Essentials.
I got money now.
I don't, I still have to wait for my job to start paying me.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then I have a bunch of stuff to take care of that I couldn't take care of because I wasn't getting money beforehand. Luckily the job doesn't stress me too much.
Well, at least it doesn't do that, but it should pay you.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely gonna pay me better than my previous job. So what happened was that, yeah, they didn't actually have a job position for me per se,
Uh-huh.
except for the HBC department, which happens to be health and beauty care.
Health and
Now,
beauty care.
yes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not bad.
Now clearly I don't know anything about makeup, so that's not my
Yeah, you're not gonna
But the
do so
ladies-
well.
Yeah, the ladies do need. They were in desperate need of strong muscle when they gotta move pallets, carry boxes of weaves and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I basically signed up to be the hired muscle. Now, a habit I had from my previous job is I don't stick to one department.
Oh.
I like, if I can't find work to do in my department, I jump to another department. So it basically carried over to this job. Oh my goodness. So now today, I did do a few stuff with him, but then I spend most of my day packing shelves, taking orders, carrying groceries and pallets
I didn't know.
to storage, right. They were doing inventory today. So far I've literally jumped around 3 departments that are not my own. Now my supervisor doesn't really have an issue with it, so she's like, do your thing. Like, if anybody tells you Jack, tell her. I'm like, aye aye, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Now today, I think they were doing a Father's Day special today. Well, come on, we all know. We all love mama more than dad.
I forgot tomorrow's Father's Day.
Speaking of which, I am off tomorrow. Yeah, it feels so good. When you know you don't have to get up and go to work the next day. It's just amazing.
Feels nice.
Definitely.
I'm
You've probably
lost.
forgotten what that feels like.
Oh no, I'm still traumatized from it.
Is he okay? Why are you saying you're traumatized? Come on.
I'm always traumatized from retail. It's a thing with me. I'm just traumatized.
Now you see, the thing now I did work out with the concept of anti-fragile is like there's gonna be certain experiences you have that you will see as traumatic, but you can probably shift it around, right? Now that you have the experience, now that you know what it is, it can't truly affect you anymore. Because now you know how to deal with it, or now you know how to avoid it. You know what I mean?
True. I'm just know that I'm skillful at dissociating and manipulating. So I can, yeah, I do. That's what the one upside from working in retail is learning how to manipulate people so you can have an outcome where you're the least affected. So it's not a guarantee that you are able to walk away scot-free from issues with customers, but it is a way to kind of like make sure like not every customer is at your throat over shit.
That is, I think at some point that is an essential skill, because I remember, oh, my former boss was a manipulative son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But from him we did learn though. my my coworkers often would just stare at me because out of all of us, I learned the best on convincing a customer why they should buy something that they absolutely don't need to buy. And I took notes from our boss because he basically specialized in the same damn thing.
Yeah, that's what it's like working in sales is really just convincing someone that they need to buy this. And that's the part I did not like about my job was convincing people that they need this when in reality they don't need it. It's like they're not gonna die by not having it.
Honestly, I came to pretty easy terms with that one.
I mean, it's what it is working
No,
in
at
retail.
the end of the day, I just think of it as it's a business.
Yep, it's a
If
business.
because you're doing it, and everybody you go buy from will try to do it to you. It's how business functions.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that drive in you to push people to convince them to buy stuff, you will not be successful at business.
I'm not meant for business. Which is sad. I'm not meant for business because I don't like it. I think because of what I sold, it's not important. It was never important to try to convince people to buy these things. But you do it because you need a paycheck.
Fair enough.
So that's the part that etched at me a lot, is convincing someone to buy something they obviously do not need whatsoever.
Yeah, but the customers still have a choice. You can try to convince them, but you have to understand, right? The choice is ultimately theirs.
True. But I like people that are honest with me, especially when asking for emails, because I know I worked in in retail. I know like they have an accounting system where you have to get a certain amount of emails a day, or a certain amount of at least sign-ups a day for at least a credit card and everything like that.
I hate credit cards.
So they will push that on the customer service person to try to sign people up for these credit cards with very high interests. So that's the part I did not like, along with, well, I worked in Michaels and custom framing as well. I'm like, they didn't need the most expensive shit. Like, some of the designs that my coworkers came up with were so horrible, but it was just about getting the price up so you can sell the most.
Don't you love corporate America?
And also, when you sell appliances, especially for some of these major, hardware store retailers, you have to sell them the additional things. That's the part that they make the most money off of, is selling the additional stuff, not the appliance itself, all the other things attached to it.
Yeah, everything it comes with, but you don't actually need it.
Yeah, so, but then you're convincing that person to get it. I like it when people is like, you can get it, but you don't need it. Or you don't have to give me your email and everything. I don't want to force you. And I'm like, I like you. I like you. You do not convince me, because I know I work in retail. It is annoying as fuck to ask for people's emails all the damn time, and they don't want to give you that damn email. So, yeah.
It reminded me of this time. Like, you had a lot of return customers, right? Ones you see on a regular.
Because, I worked for the Orange Blood. Yeah, there were the regular contractors that I saw on the daily.
Because, like, I remember this one time, my coworker, there was these two kids used to come in, and basically, you could say they definitely were not the brightest for their age.
Uh-huh.
So my coworker ended up calling them, referring to them as retarded.
That's horrible.
Yep, like a casual throwaway line. The grandmother, I think, or the mother, I can't recall. She came in pissed. angry. Alright, and like, what the hell was my coworker saying? Calling the kids retarded. Did they look retarded? You wanna know what's funny?
Hmm.
By the time it was over,
Uh-huh.
they were leaving the shop. They were leaving the shop talking about shoes and bags.
That's weird.
My coworker was able to spin the entire conversation around, and they ended up chatting nicely about shoes and bags. It was so fun at the other time.
Oh my god. You know, I think Michael's is the place that actually traumatized me the most.
How so?
I worked for that company for 8 years. And I've never been treated more horribly and dehumanized my entire life.
Oh man.
So, it's not like it's out of nowhere that I have this trauma with retail. It's just really, you get treated so shitty, not just by customers. I've had blessing customers and I've had horrible customers that literally say, I need to go to rocket science school. And I'm like, I don't know if I should laugh at this or should I just like, but people just treat you like shit. And not only that, you have management that just treats you just as shitty and they don't have your back in anything. I'm like, if you just like get beat up in a store, I don't think they just give a shit.
No, because I remember I fucked with this. I remember he was having a really bad day. And like he tried to slap me and I punched him. Then he tried to hit me again and I just shoved him straight into the face. Except my boss wasn't angry. He was watching me like, if you had taken that slap, I would have no fucking respect for you. That's what he did to me.
No. I think most of the time, I have to say no to things because every time I got called to handle a rough customer, because, you know, they assumed I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I have the voice I have, that I would calm that bitch down. That bitch of a man down that is twice my size, that definitely can like kill me in one blow. And I'm like, what am I doing? This is like, I'm putting my life at risk for a job. I should just say no, but no, I don't say no. I go and deal with the situations.
Listen to me, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys, when dealing with everybody else, like other guys, they'll be hyper hostile and anything, right? And then when you put a woman in front of them, they calm down and act on their best behavior.
He didn't calm down at first. I'm like,
I wasn't finished yet. Then you have those guys that don't give two fucks what the gender is. They will pounce and attack, slap either way.
yeah. So, this guy was not calming down. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I said to this dude for him to snap out of it. And he suddenly just started talking to me like a normal human being, while my other coworkers were like fully prepared to like take on this dude if he was like gonna do anything. And I was like, why am I putting myself through this shit? Not only that, if this guy did something to me, my coworkers would more likely kill this dude because of how big he is. Because one of my coworkers had a mallet ready in his hand and not too far by. I had another coworker, another guy that was in the aisle next to me, keeping an eye on me. And then I had another one who was my friend in another department. He came running over and he stood not too far away, ready to see what happened. That's how big and loud this dude was to me. And I don't know what blessing came over to me to just say something. I don't even know what the fuck I said to him. And he just shut up from there. And then he behaved. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I'm going home today. I'm going home. Oh, Roy Franklin just came in. Just wanted to drop by and say hi.
Hey, Roy Franklin.
I'm like, we're over here discussing my trauma in retail. It's supposed to be the topic of neurodivergency, but it's more like the traumas of retail.
Let me check on my audio settings.
I don't know where I'm going. This is the problem with this game. I don't remember.
You need to commit it to memory.
I've been playing Stellar Blade. That's the thing.
I don't know, I have pretty good memory for things that I think are interesting, and then it's the opposite. Things I don't think are interesting, I will forget quickly.
Oh, no. No, madness, go bye-bye.
Madness is one of the best stats when you're fighting other players. I've used that so much.
The thing is, I don't have a remedy for madness in here.
I mean, I know there are.
It's right over here somewhere. The tower's right over here. Okay, got you. Okay, stop. God damn it. Oh my God.
You're
I can't.
never calm. You're never calm. Like, why do you get so tense when you play the game?
Because that's how I'm built.
I think you should try to overcome it and relax.
Overcome my madness.
Yes.
Okay. I'll try to work on that.
And remember, it's just a game. Relax,
It's just a game.
Don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. Relax. You just observe the situation. If you fail, you fail. I have to admit though, it is funny to see you play horror games.
I got killed by madness. I'm living it perfectly here. Yeah. I started recording Home Sweet Home instead of playing that live. Which is probably the best for me.
Yeah, there are certain games I must record. Playing it live is gonna be a thing. Like Resident Evil 2 on hard mode, I would not play that live.
Oh my God, yeah. I can't with Resident Evil 2.
You definitely weren't as enjoying that as much as you thought you would.
I liked Resident Evil 4, but I'm not a fan of it anymore. I'll play it again eventually, Resident Evil 2. I have to complete.
I'm surprised how much you didn't like Ashley.
I know I complained about Ashley like there was no tomorrow.
Yep. Pretty much so.
The only time she was useful was handling the wrecking ball, and I was happy about that. I'm like, I'll put a ring on it because you can man a wrecking ball. I'm like, you know what? I'll
You
take
need
that.
to you need to play the OG Resident Evil with old Ashley, and then you'll understand how good remake Ashley is. Honestly.
The remake, Ashley.
Besides, I don't know, I just enjoy the remake a lot. But like, Ashley used to be more annoying. I enjoy her character in the game as well. Like her section with the knights, that was so bloody good to me.
I don't know. I don't think I like Leon or Ashley. I don't like their characters. I'm gonna cause controversy over this because I don't like them.
No, you're entitled to like what you like.
I like what I like.
I'm more interested. It's not a matter of you don't like what I think you should like. It's more like if you don't like it, I'm more interested to know the reason why. Because I like a lot of things that people don't like, and I dislike a lot of things that people do like. So then I often question myself, like, why is it I feel this way? I know that makes sense. Oh, goodness, damn it, this pistol is good. Oh, these... Okay. You know what's funny?
What?
I used to talk too much, but now I can't stand people who talk too much.
I like people who talk.
It depends on what you talk about,
Yeah,
for
that's the
me.
thing. Like, if they're talking constantly about something really trivial, I'm gonna be annoyed.
Like, for instance, with my mom, right? The older I get, the more... How should I put it? The more my mom frustrates me. The reason would be, she's a person, right?
Uh huh.
Everything she thinks comes out of her mouth. Like, no shit. If she thinks it, it will come out of her mouth. She talks to herself,
Hmm.
expressing openly speaking her thoughts.
Sounds familiar.
But what's worse is now, she talks to me about everything, and I sometimes tell her, right, Mom, I do not want to hear about what happened to Jane, Susan, Mary, or Tom, Dick, and Harry down the road. It's not my concern, not my business. Tell me something happened in your day. But then it's like, then I realized where I picked up a certain habit. Because from being annoyed by her, I realized something I used to do. So like,
Yeah, you got it from your mom.
we, I have I have a complaint about her that I got myself fairly frequently, but I never gave a second thought to. Whereas we both had a nasty habit where if we're explaining
My
something,
grandkin.
Uh huh.
we
With
give you
this,
the
you are
unimportant,
formal
uninteresting
in
micro
routine.
details that go
A
along with
knight
it
who
before
will
we actually get to the
assist
main part.
luminary Mohg, the Lord of Blood, in the
You know, I
establishment
have a habit
of
of
the
doing
new
that too.
dynasty. Now,
I
give me
mean,
your
now
finger.
I mainly just try to
This
get to the
noble
point.
blood
Yo,
will
what's
be
up,
an
sweet?
immutable
That's
And
so
then
bond
put the
hard
bloody
to
tea.
do,
once it's
though.
settled inside
You
you.
just want to give every juicy detail to the story.
No, it takes practice.
I want to give every juicy detail to a story.
I think if you're aware of it, then you can make a difference and change it.
Oh,
True.
heavens. Clench your teeth.
The only people
or
who
something.
don't change are people who don't think or don't see they ever have that they have a problem.
Never
You know,
forget
I kind of like
that
my
feeling
quirks.
of agony, for it is what binds
Depends.
you to luminary
I like it.
There's
You know what? I'm at a
I
point.
do like some, but
I'm
there are
at
some
an
I definitely want to
age.
change.
I'm at an age where I'm not giving a dang hell of what people think of me and what they want. So it's just like, what do I want to do?
But that's a given. That's a give and take one.
There's a reason why I like giving details, and that's because I'm a writer and I like getting to the details. So
Now
it's
you
like,
see,
suppressing my nature.
now you see. In your case, now I think that makes valid sense.
So it's just like, do I want to suppress my nature or do I want to thrive in my nature and find people that accept me for my quirks?
It depends. I mean, not everything that you think or feel has to come out of your mouth.
True. I mean, these days with
And
how I
then
am, you'd be surprised if anything useful comes out of my dang mouth. That's why I'm a writer. Most of the time I'm expressing myself through my writing. Like I just got inspired to do a poem today. And because the stanza of my mind was like, okay, the rhythm of my soul vibrates in minor. That's what I wrote. Load up. I got my journal right over here. I wrote it.
I like that one.
Yep, the rhythm of my soul vibrates in minor. And those of you who don't know what the minor chords are, they're pretty much those are the sounds that are, more associated with deeper emotions like sadness and introspective versus major. A lot of things that played in major chords are generally happier and more pep, So on a guitar, when you play in minor, you get songs like La Llorona, which is an 8-minute beautiful song based on the Mexican folklore. So, no. That is all done in minor, and I'm currently learning the chords for that. I was like, what is B? I was like, I had to look it up. I'm like, what is B? Oh, that's B.
What was the Mexican folklore about?
I don't know. Look it up. Basically, it's about a... I don't know. Look it up.
They've been going good, sweet. The matches have been going well.
Where is the... Oh, I forgot. I had the Baldekin's blessing this entire time. Okay.
We're still good for Tuesday, sweet. Let's see. Okay, now I can take this down.
What is this? Excuse me. I got given a finger, but what is the one... You know what, let me get rid of this Baldekin's blessing.
Oh my goodness.
What is this?
You know what? I do not want any part of this.
Wait, what's the thing that Vale gives you to go and visit the bougie? Mohg.
I cannot recall.
Because I just got the Mohg's imprisonment thingy.
Mohg Shackle?
Yes. I'm so confused in life. What is this shit?
You may or may not have to look it up.
What is the other
Actually, I think there's an update that makes you sort through newer or older items.
Hold up, 1 second. Let me talk to him again. Let me talk to him. Oh, I had to talk to him again to get it. Oh, Pure Blood Knight's Medal.
A medal granted altered by the
I forgot you have to exhaust the damn dialogues of these NPCs.
grant audience with Luminary Mohg.
Luminary
I've gone out of my way
Mohg.
to provide one to you. But you mustn't use it just
I
yet.
will end up blowing myself up.
The meeting must wait until the Mohgwyn dynasty commences. Luminary Mohg yet slumbers beside the divinity.
No,
We
this is
must
not gonna work.
endure a little longer.
What you mean endure a little longer? Oh my god, this is this stupid shit he says. Okay.
You get frustrated very easily.
I told you that. That's my issues. I try to control it. I really do. I do breath exercises. I go walking. I go listen to music. I lift weights that are heavy. I really do try my best in life.
How probably buff you look.
I'm not buff though.
I guess what you lift isn't heavy enough.
I'm not a body type that gets buff.
Naturally small?
No, I'm not small. It's just I don't know. It's kind of okay. I have like a sleeper body.
Oh, I do not know that term.
It means your muscles don't show.
Okay.
So I have a sleeper body, so it doesn't, even when I used to be extremely lean, like I had a sleeper body, my muscles rarely showed. Even though I was strong as hell and I could lift heavy.
It sounds like the opposite of my father. I exercise so hard just to show a bit of muscle. My dad didn't do any exercises, but he looked like he had a six-pack.
Yeah.
I was so fucking pissed.
I mean, if I cut a lot, I will have all my, like, I'll have more definition to me, but I have to.
The swallow says you're aerodynamic like a greyhound.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. What's a gray? What? Aerodynamic like a gray? Like a bus? Like the Greyhound bus or the dog?
I can't tell.
I mean, if he's talking about the dog, that's hilarious. But the bus, I'm like, come on.
I was more thinking the dog myself.
I would hope the dog. I'm like, what are you saying, a bus? I'm like, what?
If it's a bus, then he's definitely calling you fat.
Well, I can't. I am a bit. I'm more on the thick end.
Oh my goodness, that thing still hit me. My goodness.
I mean, I have a Latina body.
Well, then again, between American and Caribbean, we have a completely different view of fat versus healthy.
I mean, I'm pretty healthy. That's the thing. But in terms of here, I'm considered more on the thicker end here.
You see, the thing is, I was explaining to somebody that, like, the way America tries to sell you what a healthy body looks like, and what we believe down here is, basically, like, we would consider somebody, like, what we would consider somebody that's healthy, but they have meat on their bones, you know, they're not skinny. Americans would consider that fat.
Yeah, they would like Thai women, that's for sure. They're skinny.
But then I'm like, look, if your weight doesn't affect your health,
no, I mean, I run heavy anyway because of my bone density. So the lightest weight I can go is between 165 and 170. I can't go any lower than that without making myself sick.
oh my.
So my leanest look is at 165. Yeah.
I actually haven't checked my weight, my normal body weight in years.
I don't really check my weight at all for that reason
It's just
because
been a non-factor in my life.
it's like when they go and do your weight at the doctor's office, they do not take into account whatsoever your bone density or how much muscle you have.
Even though your bones weigh a lot,
Yeah, they
right?
do.
They contribute a significant portion to your weight.
Yep, they do.
Let's see now.
So I run heavy. I don't break bones easy. I really don't. I actually have never broken a bone. I've actually only thing that I did have issues with was I broke my pinky when I was little. And that was a hell of a thing anyway. And then I cracked my rib, but it was a hairline crack, and that's a crack. That's only because I crashed my bike and I slammed into a boulder.
Oh, luckily on my side, I've never broken a bone.
Yeah. So I've fallen off of out of trees. I've fallen off of a roof. I've crashed my bike several times because I'm a crazy person. And the thing is, even though my bones don't break, still your muscles go through the whole woodworks here, so...
I still found it surprising that you ride a freaking motorcycle.
Yeah, I know. It's not a surprise to me. It runs in the family.
Oh my goodness. I hate when this pushing shit happens.
Wait, where is the thingy? Okay.
And now it started raining on my...
I can hear it. That's pretty loud.
The galvanized roofing. I don't know why the entire house is concrete. Why the fuck doesn't anybody want to make a concrete roof? The entire house is concrete. Like, make it make sense to me.
Make it make sense.
Yes, make it make dollars. It's not making sense. The entire house is concrete. Give me a concrete roof.
Okay, let's go.
Don't make it out of galvanized iron or steel. But now it's just a freaking thing. Wait a minute, why in the heavens did I think that? On the upside though, outside of streams I love rain. One of my favorite weathers. Because I would rather be cold and wet than hot and sweaty every day.
I don't like hot, and I'm kind of cringing a bit that I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico for 3 weeks in humidity. I haven't been in full-fledged humidity, island humidity in a while.
Yeah, humidity is a killer.
Then again, it might be okay. I don't know. But I heard it was like, it got up to like almost like 110.
You know, I'm so damn used to a high amount of humidity. Right?
Yeah.
Today at work, my hands felt like they were freezing in the AC. But I'm just not used to that kind of temperature.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they brought it up extra. Like my hands almost felt like they were gonna. But then I said it's one of two things. Either I'm sick, when I checked I didn't have a fever, or I just have yet to adapt to AC. Because a frequent thing that's been happening, right? My coworkers will say, "Oh, they're feeling this heat, this heat." Me, I don't feel jack all. I feel
I
so chill and relaxed
I
every
have to
day.
get used to it. For a person, you know how I used to get used to weather like that because I used to travel to Puerto Rico during the winter.
Oh,
It would still be humid there, but it would be ice like cold here. I would have to go running in like the afternoon heat for at least 2 days during like the hottest hour. And then my body would acclimate more to the temperature and I wouldn't sweat as much or be affected by the heat. That's how I used to do it. I would just go straight up. Let me just go running midday. It's so dangerous though, but because you can easily get dehydrated and heat exhausted.
I
Dearest Mikola.
I don't know about that. I drink a crap ton of water. Like it's ridiculous the amount of water I drink in a day.
You must abide
I mean,
alone.
hydration is more than just water though.
Really, I always thought it was the same thing.
No,
So
it's
what
water.
then?
It's a mixture of salt, magnesium, potassium, and calcium.
To the birthplace
I don't know. I mean, you can survive a
I mean, when
week,
you go to the
a month on
hospital,
water alone.
you're getting the IV, that's what it is.
That's a fair. That's a pretty good one. Holy shit! No, no, no. Holy crap. I was getting hit by a fire tornado. I got hit by a fire tornado. What the heavens? Ah,
Oh, shit.
ah. In every job, there's always those coworkers who know how to skip work. I've been there less than a month, and I've already found a lot who would literally put a trolley of goods together, put it on the side, and then they'd hide behind it on their phones. And if you didn't know, you would assume this is a trolley of goods there, not a person hiding behind it. Wow, the rain is really coming on strong. Recently get some 105, like going to 70, did you really?
You know who I'm fighting right now?
The blood knight?
I am fighting Mohg.
Already? Oh, Brand. Yes, it has to be Brand.
I'm fighting Mohg. And I've died already twice to this dude. I actually don't know how I could defeat this dude, to be honest with you.
No, he's a tough one, even for me. He likes to brag and be proud of my skills and how much good I am in the game. Elden bosses, oh my goodness.
He's a bit of funny character.
I think I like Elden Ring boss fights the least compared to Elden Ring fights. I just hold everything else about me. But I gotta admit I have a serious issue with the boss fights. Which is dangerous. In the US, we make kids get rejected by making contracts with each other. And it's dangerous. They don't get used to it ever. You still need to kill while when you're breaking? Well, yeah. What are you doing? First save or injuries? Goodness, it really...
Hold up, I'm in the midst of Mohg fight. I killed him. Yes! I killed him! Damn, bitch.
Are you... Wait, somebody helping him or did you do it on your own?
I did it with my, my mimic tier. Burn, bitch, burn. I'm so happy right now. He was hard.
Yeah, his second phase is a pain.
I got a lot of money from him. Holy shit. Like I did. I got like a lot of money from him. What should I upgrade? Dexterity. Okay, confirm.
What do I want? Stamina.
I want stamina. Wait, what else do I have in inventory? Huh.
Okay.
Usually I do so well in Elden Ring. I've been kind of lacking.
Could be your time away from the game.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Should I bring up endurance?
I always invest in endurance because it gives you more stamina, it brings up your natural defense the most as well. Like it really does wonders for your defense.
Okay, I'll bring up endurance. I'll put money there.
What level are you now?
188.
Nah, you're ready for the DLC.
Yes, I am. I told you that. I was. I'm way more than prepared for it. Oh, fuck. I just realized this.
Considering it's a FromSoft DLC, it's still gonna wreck your ass.
I got... Oh.
It's still gonna wreck your ass.
No, Esha is attacking me. I forgot that.
Ooh, Asha?
No, Ensha. I forgot. Ensha.
Oh, Ensha the Royal.
Yeah. I forgot. Became a red and it started attacking me.
Yeah, by Gideon's order.
You don't realize I'm a tough bitch.
Oh, Gideon is a real bastard. What
yes.
in the...
I wonder if you've met my foster father. If you have a father, is a
Why
leader
in the
of the
heavens
Moog
was it
people.
not launching
I'm sure talking to him will
when we
be
were all
worth your
basically
while.
ready?
Man, this has been a very interesting deal. So I guess I have to defeat Radagon too, right?
Wait, what? To start DLC?
Yeah, right? Or do
No. No.
I defeat Mohg, so no, I like.
You said Radagon.
Or Radon, what? Or Rad? I don't know.
Radon, yes. Yes, you gotta go take out Radon.
Unless you wish to lay down your life in vain.
So I gotta take on Radon, and then I'm good for DLC.
Yeah, even... Those were the only requirements I remember being listed.
Okay. Obviously.
Pleasure to see you. Thank goodness you're safe. I'm still looking for my own purpose. It's not easy by any means.
So
What?
within this 2 hours of streaming, I managed to beat Mohg. I got myself to Mohg by the skin of my teeth because I was looking to get there and I was failing at it, and I got there.
This game is clearly lying to me.
There's a challenger, fine and well.
Mohg is he's just a...
Pleased to see you again.
That boss fight frustrated me so much.
Now,
I'm about to get another Baldekin's blessing because I like hugs from this lady.
The Bulligan's Blessing honestly isn't that bad.
No, it doesn't really take down that much. I don't know what people are complaining about with
No, I
that.
think it's about 10%.
Not even that. It's like a sliver.
Everybody's treating it like any bit of missing HP is a huge catastrophe.
I don't know.
Honestly-
I've been lasting the entire time with it.
That is true.
Oh my god! Remember who else was like, by the way, did you go hug that lady? Because of my lack of HP.
Oh my...
I am pleased to see you again.
No, you had seriously
Like me
low
to hold
HP.
you.
I had only 28 in vigor.
Flame in your breast, dear.
Especially when we fought...
Would you like to be
When
held
we fought Morgoth.
regardless?
It's like you were asking... Like you were trying to commit suicide.
Now, come closer.
I don't know. I was getting by with that minimal amount of HP. Vigor.
By doing a lot of running.
I know, but that's why my brand is brand.
Dating.
Better run and not die.
You gotta thank the squad for that.
Yeah.
Will's version was been running all night, damn it. Which is still funny.
He's a funny dude. Let me see. I gotta get rid of the shackles because now I defeated Mohg.
What in the heavens?
Let me see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I don't need it anymore. How do you unequip it?
Where am I getting shot? What am I... Oh, fuck me.
I'm not... No. 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 Okay, there you go. It unequipped it. I'm not so dumb right now. What time is it? Well, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 10:05.
Do you want to still play, or you want to call it for a night?
I actually do want to call it for a night.
That's fine. We can call it. 2 hours is good.
Oh no, I started later than you, so 1.5 hours for me.
Wait, when?
Remember, I didn't know you were live. I didn't get any notifications, so I thought we were just talking before stream.
Oh. Nope, I got you 2 hours in.
No, because mine it reads exactly hour and a half, hour and 33 minutes.
Yeah. It's up to you.
Ooh. You know, so I had a... How should I put it?
What?
I was so blunt. Well, not necessarily blunt, but another issue I have with my ADHD, I don't know if it's a me case or if it applies to other people. My brain doesn't stop thinking.
Yeah,
Like,
mine doesn't
consistently.
either.
Like, it is physically impossible for me to sit down, relax, and do nothing. Unless I'm either thinking, watching TV, playing game, talking to somebody, or working. Because at work, I can't, unlike my previous job, I can't use my phone. I can't put music to play while I work. Which is, okay, I've gotten used to it. But now, I have to consistently, find some work to do. Because if I'm not working, I feel like I'm gonna get antsy.
Yes, I have the same issue. I have to be doing something, engaging something. It's very difficult to settle down. I don't stop thinking whatsoever. I have racing thoughts. I can think in my dreams. I've actually done that. I've dreamt. If I can't figure something out and it bugs me, I'll dream of different scenarios and solve that solution.
I tend to overthink everything.
Yeah, it tends to be a part of the product of our brains
I've
here.
developed the habit of taking deep breaths to just clear up my mind. But then again, with short attention span, I don't stay at it for long.
Yeah, for me, meditation is like a death to my soul. I cannot sit still.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was trying to explain to them, like for me, if I had to do it, like if one of my job options was to do security, I would have just quit or not take the job. I just can't see myself doing it. Holy moly, how am I supposed to survive that?
Yeah, I
Like,
can't.
I look at the other guys doing security, just standing still, walking up and down, observing the place. And I'm like, if they ever told me that's what I'm going to be doing next, I would quit immediately.
I don't know how to. I can't stand still. I'll be fidgeting like hell.
You have no idea.
I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know how people do it, man. I'm like, I'm all over my chair. It's hard enough for me to even sit still for streaming.
I will admit though, I've ever encountered a situation like that. No fucking way. Okay, I'm wrong. Like sometimes I would, like also I'm lying down on my bed. Then I'll sit up on my bed. Then I'll get up and go and sit down on the chair.
Uh huh.
And like sitting in one position, it just after a while, it just upsets my whole body. On the bright side though, there's just so many situations where I notice something I notice something or the way I see things,
Uh-huh.
nobody else around me will notice or nobody else around me will see it. But I figured because of the brain I have, I just notice something that people don't notice and I just don't say anything.
Yeah,
So,
same here.
like, the funny part is that I don't exactly understand people. Like, how should I put it? I don't understand people in exactly what motivates them, but I do always notice more than others habit and traits.
Habit and
I don't
traits like what? Like,
okay, like, give me a moment. Let me figure this out. Holy sh! No, 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 no. Okay, I'm dead. Okay, so let's say I'm having a conversation, right?
yeah.
With one of my supervisors. Now, let's say I will always notice other, like, me and somebody will be having a similar conversation with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will notice as soon as they get discouraged or they get unpleased about something I say, I will notice that. Or if they're either the hypocritical type or they're the person I should not trust. However, I never really pick up on, let's say, making a deep, meaningful relationship with people. Because it's like I always say something to piss them off.
Hmm.
Whereas other people would know not to say that. It just doesn't occur to me.
Yeah.
My mind tells me it kind of feels like a contradiction.
That's why I usually have a question for people when I talk to them, especially if they want like advice. I'm like, do you want me to tell you what you want to hear or what you need to hear? I give them that option. And I'm like, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just telling you what's up. So it's just like, I don't think people intentionally want to do shit, but they just do. I don't know. I notice people focus a lot more on surface level stuff versus what is actually the issue.
I sometimes feel like if you point out the obvious issue, people will either dislike you for it or they'll deny it. But then my brain tells me like, this is the issue, let's just deal with it here and now and get this over with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my freaking goodness. This game is not fair.
Okay.
The only good thing I would say, well, I wouldn't say the only good thing. A really good thing though with overthinking, you see a lot of hypothetical scenarios that do come true, but you're already prepared for it.
Yep. Let's call envisioning. You can imagine a bunch of different shit.
It comes to pass and you're like, I've already thought this one through.
Yep, pretty much. That's why it's difficult for me
No,
to...
no, 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 that is BS.
What?
The biggest, baddest enemy approached me, like it just made a round and came up behind me, And my teammates aren't doing shit about it.
Oh yeah, you're playing what's that game? Helldivers.
Helldivers. Mm-hmm. As you've proclaimed it, my crack cocaine.
That's true. I haven't had a game yet that I feel like it's my crack cocaine yet.
I'd say if it isn't Helldivers, then for me it would definitely. Oh my goodness, no, 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 no. It'll be Souls games, since I've invested the most amount of my time into Souls games. Although as of late, I haven't really been playing that much. Yeah, at some point, we should probably get back to Bloodborne and Trail of Vengeance.
Yeah, we do. I actually probably gonna have to hold off on that because of the DLC shit. I got myself hit by a catapult.
Oh, I understand.
Another catapult. Nope. Oof. Don't be like that. Oh. Oh, you're so mean. So, how do you gain access to Radon?
You have to go to Redmane's castle. But I
I'm
think you have to do some prerequisites in the game.
like what?
And then the Radon Festival will be starting there.
Oh, so what's the prerequisites?
I cannot remember for the life of me.
There's no pre-wet. Oh man, now I gotta look up the
There
prerequisites for
is,
it.
because if you go there too early, the festival won't be starting and you can't fight Radon.
I wonder if you have to go to Renala. Not Renala, I mean, what's her face? Ronnie. Or the Carrion Manor.
I don't know. Hey, what's up, Gradient?
I keep getting myself into so much trouble over here.
Okay, you know what? Let me hit the one over here.
There's so many damn fingers.
I'm gonna grab a spear before I go. So what has been your personal biggest issue with ADHD?
Who are you talking to?
You.
I couldn't hear the question.
What has been your biggest issue with ADHD in your experience?
Hold up. Let me get out of this fight that I'm in right now. Cause you know my earbuds can't hear shit when there's battle. Okay, now I think I can hear you now. My mimic.
Your biggest. Yeah.
No, my mimic here is loud. That's why. What was the question?
What has been your biggest issue with ADHD?
I think with how forgetful I've become with a lot of different things, because I get so worked up. Like, I'll go and run to do something and then I'll forget what I'm doing. Like, I'll get all excited over something and I start racing across and then I would forget.
Yeah, that's a short attention span.
And it's like I said last time, like, I have to park my car where I know I would go and see it, or I will lose it. I would have to set off the alarm on the car to find it. I will not remember where I parked my damn car.
That definitely seems a bit much to me because while I have been very forgetful a lot of times, I don't think I would forget where I parked my car.
I do, I forget. You can see how
That just seems
bad.
like something way too important to forget.
You can see that even in a game, I lost track of where my car was. And the game, I lost track in a freaking game. That's how bad it is. I'm like,
Really?
who in the hell loses their vehicle in a game?
Maybe if I can't remember the layout.
I mean, I have my moments. I have to organize myself too, because otherwise, if I don't, I'm not going to do stuff. I'll be behind in a lot of things. So if I have to do something important, I have to list it. And I have to put...
Funny, I used to do something similar, but for when my supervisors gave me instructions, I'd be like, WhatsApp it to me. Because I will forget.
Yeah, same here. I will forget to do it.
That is such a bitch, sometimes. Or like when you're having a really interesting thought, but then you drift off far away and then you can't remember what you were thinking about. That just sucks.
I don't know why I'm doing the Carrion Manor.
I thought you loved the Caravan Manor.
Oh my god, the fingers. No.
Yes.
These damn fingers.
Absolutely yes.
So many damn fingers. The ones in the north are horrible in the winter area of this game.
Even the bloody super fingers.
I really hate it. Who designed these things?
I don't know, even if I don't like it, I feel like I learned to appreciate it.
You appreciate the fingers.
Yeah, it takes a creative mind to come up with this bullshit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Can't believe I'm saying that. You're not wrong. It takes a lot of creativity to create these characters.
Technically enemies. But what the? Okay. You know what I'm thinking of? Now I'm gonna try to dominate her next. And the bloody rain has started again. I don't know why it's been doing this so much. At least I'm getting a good breeze from my window.
I really can hear that rain. That's hilarious.
It's still not louder than the crickets. Speaking of which, Gale did a stream. I swore I heard crickets in his background.
Crickets where?
Huh?
And who else, probably?
No, Gale.
Gail?
Yeah, he streamed Resident Evil today.
Oh.
So when I got off of work, I went back and watched it. And then I realized his background definitely sounded like crickets. Only lower than mine are, so mine are pretty loud.
Probably because your window is pretty open to the...
Yes, it's metallic louvers. But it's not really the window. They're just not they're just loud, regardless if the house is closed or not. volcanic cooling rock. So that's what it is. Okay, teammates, do not let me die this time. No, 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 no. Pick, bloody pick somewhere. Yeah, huh. I have a nasty habit of wanting to sleep, but trying to stretch out as much time as possible that I can stay awake.
I actually could use some sleep at some point. But I need to watch an episode of Chucky. I decided.
Really?
I started watching it finally.
Well, you're enjoying it, right?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's all you can really expect from Chucky. It's Chucky.
Yeah, you're right. Chucky's Chucky.
It's a toy that is murderous.
But Alice has been giving you some surprises. Like, Foreman's usually level-headed and ethical, but he literally stabbed Cameron and potentially got her sick. They should be forced to go back and do something that could probably cure them both. Which is very surprising. Really just want Chucky terrified you as a child?
Back then they called it child's play.
I never knew about that name. I've always known it as Chucky.
Well, the movies that original are called child's play.
Okay.
It's just recently they started calling it Chucky, especially with the show.
See, I never watched the beginning or like the complete beginning start of the movie. I've always seen it on TV, and the movie was already in at some point. I never got the name.
It is such an old movie.
And growing up around here, we just called it Chucky.
Chucky! Here we go, Chucky!
So basically, it's a sociopath stuck in a doll's body, and he can't really die.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna be friends?
And then there was that girl who got herself into a doll's body as well. You ever saw that one?
There was a girl one?
Yes. I watched it when I had cable TV. I used to watch this thing called sci-fi. It is constantly supernatural or scientific horrors. Constantly, every day. You ever used to watch sci-fi?
I used to watch stuff on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, yeah, there was a sci-fi. They consistently play horror movies a lot on that channel. Okay.
Yeah, your audio keeps going in and out. Hold.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyways. It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna stop here.
Yeah, we can stop it here.
Let's see. What should we discuss next?